So you know that your family and me and everyone who is a little bit ahead of you in terms of age would tell you that you should always consult your father. If you want to assess if the man is playing you or not, if he is serious or not, it is always better to consult your father, your parents, because they know better. There is logic behind this advice, because your father can see things you cannot see. Your parents, your family can see things you cannot see, especially if you are too young. But I can understand you may be in an environment where you're now looking for ways to figure things out on your own. So I hope that by this video you will get more clarity on what you should look for. First thing first, as a general thing, what your parent or what your father would do when he's assessing the man that comes and proposes to you, he would see where he is standing in life. Is he ready for commitment? Financially, mentally, spiritually, is he wise enough? Is he already a man or he's still just a kid? And these are exactly the points that you would overlook when you are blinded by your emotions. You will not be able to differentiate whether this individual that you're interested in is a grown-up man or he's still a kid. And it usually requires life experience to be able to differentiate that. And it requires you to think logically and not emotionally. Because what the man tells you about where he stands in life, at what stage, what he's ready for and what he's not ready for, does not necessarily mean that it is accurate. So the first thing, as a young lady who do not have much experience in life and who's not also willing to consult the parents or consult the family, if you want to realize whether the man is ready to get into marriage, you need to understand where this man is in life. Is he ready for commitment? Because when the man is not ready, he will take temporary women until he gets ready. And usually, if he is Muslim, he knows that what starts haram, the ending of this start will never be pleasing. And that's why we see Muslim men, those who are still conscious and those who are still considering God, they do not follow up with their bad history. They start from a new page elsewhere. They consider these women as their bad history, the memory that they don't want to remember. So if the man is not ready, whether he is serious or not should not be a concern to you, because your position, your situation with him is not correct. You being in contact with him is not correct, because you could be just another cigarette that he will light up and throw. So you should not risk testing if he is serious or not. And that's what your father usually do. He assess and he see the man is ready or not. Because if he is not, then here he's just taking you as a temporary thing until he gets ready. And trust me, when he gets ready, you'll not be his first option. And I'm talking here about Muslim men, okay? I'm talking about Muslim men who have conservative families. They pray, they go to Jum'ah, they read Quran, they fast Ramadan. I'm talking about these families, not the liberal families and those who are just Muslims by name. And also this applies to you. This applies to you if you are Muslim and you have also a conservative family. If your family is conservative, this is how they would look at any prospects or any potential husbands. So the first sign to know if the man is playing you is that he will not be ready for marriage, but he will still want to be with you. It will be more of a dating thing. And the second sign is that the man will pressure you to do haram things with him. He will pressure you to be physical with him. He will suggest you have sex together. He will suggest you sleep together. He wants to be more intimate with you, as if you were his wife. And at this point, you should already know that you decide whether you want to be used as a bridge from the place where he is right now to his future life, or you want to be a future life to someone else. Because now you will only be used temporarily. And once his life gets better, his choices will also become better. And for a Muslim man, a better choice is always a woman who does not do haram things. And this applies to people who are Muslims, not just by name. So if you'll be able to assess if this man is Muslim by name or not, if his family are Muslims by name or not. These are part of the assessments that your father would do usually. They would assess the family. So if you are watching this, you can use some of these steps to know if his family are religious or not. Because even if the man at the moment, he's not religious and he wouldn't care, even if he slept with you before marriage, you believe he will also marry you after that when the opportunities are better for him and his life condition is better, when he's more ready for marriage. You should also look at his family, because they should have an influence on him. Even if he is now going way left because of the upbringing of his family, if they are religious, God might put him on the right path. Usually I'm telling you from my point of view, how I view things around me, Arabs don't want anything to do with their past. It is a box they close and they throw in the ocean. They don't want to open it again. So you decide if you want to risk believing that this man is different and your case with him is different or not. It doesn't matter whether it is a hug, a kiss, or full cardio session. It's all the same, it's all haram. And you and I know that what starts with the haram will also have an ending that we will not be happy with. It's not just what your father and your mother are telling you. It is the truth. You may know it, you may not know it, but it is the truth. And you don't want to have this proven to you that it is the truth. It's better to know the theory of it. And a smart person learns from his own mistakes. And a wise one learns from others' mistakes. So it is better for you to accept the theory and learn from other people's mistakes. It is the truth, there is no doubt there. If things are shady at the beginning, then you should also trust that they will be also shady at the end. So we said the first sign, the man will not be ready to establish a family. He will not be ready for commitment. And the second sign, he will pressure you to do haram things with him. He will come up with many suggestions. Let's do this and then we will do Y. Instead of doing Y and then we do X. And the typical thing is to do Y and then do X. So I hope you get the idea. The next sign is when the man is not ready for marriage. The first point was when he is not ready for marriage based on observing his life and at what stage in life he is. Because if he's still a kid, he will tell you that he's ready for marriage. But the third point here I want to highlight is when the topic of marriage is brought up, he will tell you, no, I'm not ready yet. I still have this master's degree, I still have this PhD degree. So he's telling you that he's not ready. And perhaps you also met him in school or at uni. So maybe you are close to his age. So if you will have to wait for him until he finishes his PhD, your opportunities are not going to be equal to his, because your biological clock isn't the same as his. At this point, it's not a question of whether he is playing you or not. It's a question whether you both can have something together at all. Because he's not ready for marriage. He has different priorities. And you have different priorities. And you cannot play that game of let's figure things out for many years and then it might happen and it might not happen. Then you lost all these years. So it's not a good option to consider, not only to have. It's not a good option to consider. Because these are many years. These are 1, 2, 3 years that you could be doing something else. You could be already having a family with someone else. So before you go deeper into an option like that, think about what are your priorities and think also about your time. Because if the man tells you, no, I'm not ready yet for marriage, and you already have a connection or you're already meeting this man and there's also some feelings there and you both consider yourselves as something, that's not a good sign. You cannot be dating or meeting the man regularly and for many years, 2-3 years. Then what's the guarantee for you that it will end up somewhere? If you view the situationship you have with him as dating and he is Muslim, then that's not a good sign. Because Muslims don't date. We already spoke about this multiple times in the channel. Muslims don't date. True, they can communicate with you and meet with you multiple times, but it would be for a purpose to marry you. You can be engaged and then communicate for 1 year, 2 years, it depends. Sometimes it's less than that. Usually it's less than that. But you'd be already engaged. Families will be already involved. But I will not meet this lady at the university and we will start going out regularly and we will be like these Westerners who are dating. We meet up and we speak a lot on the phone, and when the topic of marriage pops up, we say, oh no, I'm not ready for this. I haven't thought about this yet. Let's keep the things how they are right now, and I'm not ready. I have my PhD. I still have this project. I still have this, and like the person is evading the topic of marriage, then it is better to not consider this option. Because if you would be the person who is persuading the person for marriage, it's not good. It's not good for you as a woman. You don't want to be the one who's pressuring the man to marry you. And you don't want to block the opportunities that may come your way. The man should be thinking that he wants to secure you before someone else grabs you or from the arena, from the market. The man should be thinking that way. And if he doesn't think that way, then you're not a priority for him. And therefore, he should not be your priority. And remember always, try to start things the halal way with anyone. And the other sign that this man could be playing you is that he wouldn't care about your modesty. Whether you are Muslim or Christian, he wouldn't care. If you see that this man is religious, again, you have always to assess how religious this man is. Okay, because we have Westernized Arabs that are exactly the same as Westerners. But if this man is religious, you know that he is religious, he's a person who prays, and he also has a religious family. And you show up, you're dressing immodestly, you speak with other men, and he doesn't care about that. For him, it's normal. Then this is a sign that you mean not much for him. Because any religious man, any Muslim man would not want to see a potential wife dressing immodestly without giving her at least a comment. So if he's not protective of you, it means that he's not considering you as a wife or as a long-term thing. The same analogy that I have used previously about the house and the furniture, we can use it also here. You rent something, you don't care. But you buy something for the long term, you care, and you focus on the smallest details. And here, for sure, you cannot use this as a way to test whether he is serious about you or not. I don't advise and I don't suggest you go dressing immodestly in the street just to see if he is serious or not. There are many signs that are going to prove that to you, but this is perhaps if you are not Muslim, if you are Christian, and you meet a man and he sees you, I don't know, speak with another man, or he sees you in a way that is not appropriate, he should give you a comment. Yeah, for us, appropriate is maybe different than for you, but if he sees you that you are talking even on the phone with a man, he should at least ask you who is this man and why you are talking to him. Do you understand? You're wearing things that are tight. He'll tell you, no, why are you wearing these things? You know, things that are of this kind. I cannot bring all the examples that could be as a way to tell you if this man cares or not. But usually, if he's considering you for the long run, he will not be happy to see you dressing immodestly, or doing any of the things that are normalized in the Western culture. Just having male friends and speaking normally with every man and having phone calls with strangers and stuff like that. And to add one more point here, if he's telling you to keep what you both have a secret from both your families, then that's probably a red flag. He cannot be asking you out, meeting with you, romanticizing with you over text and in person, telling you to keep all this as a secret, and then somehow one day come to you and tell you that, okay, let's marry. By looking at these combination of things, chances are this man will never marry you and he will never commit. And whether you are Muslim or Christian, you should know that there's two categories of us. Those who are ready to get married and the other are still not ready to settle down for many reasons. And you're in a better position always when you are looking at the group who are ready to get married. Because the other group there, at best, they will waste your time, and at worst, they will use you. So you better look at the people who are ready to get married. And when I say open, I don't mean that you'll literally be searching for men in these groups, no. I mean that you will have your doors open and you will be waiting for opportunities to come from this side of the spectrum. This side of the spectrum, they're not playing around. They know where your father is, they know where your door is, and they will just come and knock at the door. No headache, believe me. The other side, too much noise. It's headache and it's also heartache. You'll be heartbroken and be wasting your time. It's not fun. It may seem fun and romantic at the beginning, but it's not fun. Focus on the other side. Just open your door when someone comes knocking. That's it. And use the help of your father. Use the help of your family to better assess the situation, to better assess the man. It's not about tradition. It's about life experience. Things you cannot see, your parents will be able to see. Your father will be able to see. Your older brother will be able to see. I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next one.